Good morning and welcome to Energizing Yoga. So glad you're here. It's a great way to energize your day, start your week off. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start seated. So if you have a meditation pillow to sit on so that your sit bones are really connected to the earth and your spine is nice and straight, that's a great place to start. And we'll just start in an easy seated pose, cross-legged. Go ahead and bring your hands together at heart center. We're going to rub our hands, create a little heat to warm ourselves up this morning. And we'll start with the mantra Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. It goes like this. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Good, we repeat that mantra 3 times. Then next we're going to start with some breath of fire. So that's in and out through the belly, and all the breathing is through the nose, and you just forcefully push the breath out, and the inhale happens almost automatically. We're going to place our left hand on our heart and our right hand over our belly, just below the belly button, over our dantian, our center. And breath of fire, begin. Inhale deeply, root lock, squeeze, neck lock, draw your chin in, hold the breath, and exhale, let it all go. We're now going to switch hands, so right hand over heart, left hand over belly, and we'll begin again one more round of breath of fire. Begin. Deep breath in, root lock, neck lock, hold the breath. And let it all go. Good, bring hands to your knees and just breathing easily, comfortably. Feeling the breath. Notice it. Close the eyes. And once again, rub your palms together and holding your hands in prayer pose at heart center. We'll set our intention for our practice today. So you can start by opening yourself to the healing energy of the universe, that you may gain whatever it is you'd like to gain from this practice. Maybe health or vitality, centeredness, groundedness, flexibility, energy, clarity, equanimity. Set your intention. And finish the saying, I am beautiful, I am bountiful, I am confident, I am loved, I am peaceful. We'll also start by drawing on our center of love, our heart center. Deep at the center of my being, there is an infinite well of love. I now allow this love to flow to the surface. It fills my mind, my body, my spirit, my very being, and radiates out from me in all directions and returns to be multiplied. All right, we'll begin with some spinal flexion, flexing spine forward and back. If you want to get rid of your pillow, you may need it for something later, so keep it nearby. And we'll roll back and forth and warm up that spine a little bit. Powerful breath in and out through the nose. Inhale forward, exhale back. Go at your own pace. Just turn that music down just a little bit. Continue your spinal flexion. There we go. Good. Inhale forward. And exhale, round and hold on to those ankles. And come back to center. Placing hands on the knees, we'll circle the waist around. We're grinding the pelvis. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. Great, other direction. Good, and come to center. We're going to lift the shoulders towards the ears and then let them drop. Inhale up, exhale, drop. Inhale, squeeze them up. Exhale, let them drop. Big sigh on the exhale. Good. Bring chin to chest. Start to rotate the neck. First one direction, then the other. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Good. One more this direction, and then we'll reverse directions. Inhaling to the other direction. Last one. Just let that chin rest on the chest and bring that up. Good. Nice. We'll go ahead and let our head fall to the side. If you want to bring your hand up and just rest it on the head, extend the opposite arm. Breathing. Notice where you feel the sensation and just let it be replaced by pleasantness. Good. Circle that arm around. First one direction, then the other. And let it drop back to your knee. Release the hand on the neck and bring the neck up to center. And over to the other side. Let it rest towards your shoulder. Bring the hand up. Just let it rest there, no pressure. And we extend that arm out, feeling the stretch. Breathing into any tightness you're feeling, any restriction. Good. And circle the arms. Other direction. Nice. And let that rest on your knee and release the head back up. Nice. We'll warm up between our shoulder blades with our propeller arms. So taking the hands opposite one another, bend the fingers and hook them together. Bring your hands right in front of your chest. And as your elbow goes up, inhale, other elbow, exhale. Find your own pace. Breath is powerful in and out through the nose. Stop in the middle, pull the hands, create an isometric stretch. Root lock, squeeze in your perineum, your genitals. Neck lock, chin down slightly, constrict the throat, and release, let it go, shake it out. So whichever hand you had in front, you're going to switch the hands, and we're going to do one more set. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, squeeze, pull, root lock. Squeeze in your root chakra. Neck lock. Pull, 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 hold the breath. And exhale, release, let it all go, shake it out. Let's come on to hands and knees. So I've got an extra pillow for my knees if you need that. Please feel free to use anything you need. I've got blocks for support as well. We want our hands right underneath our shoulders, knees right underneath our hips. We'll move through some cat-cows. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Draw the mid back up towards the sky as you move into cat. And then as you let the belly drop and tuck the tail upward, looking up slightly. cow. In, out. Good. 2 more. And then tuck the toes. We're going to lift off of the knees just about an inch off the earth. Hold this. Get a nice stretch at the base of your ball of your foot. Shore up your belly. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Strengthening the abdominals, strengthening the core. Breathing slow and easy at your own pace. 2 more breaths here. And let the knees drop back down. Good. Release the toes, tap them out. And we're going to extend the left leg back and the right arm forward. Reach, reach, reach in opposite directions. Lift a little higher. Creating length, creating strength. Shore up that middle. Draw the belly button in. And then we're going to curl elbow to knee 5 times. Curling in, exhale back. Curling in, exhale back. Curling in, exhale back. Curling in, exhale back. 2 more. Sorry for my puppy. Good. And now bend the knee, reach around, clasp the foot. We'll stretch that quadriceps muscle. And go ahead, release that, bring the knee back. And we'll do 1 more cat-cow to reset the spine, and we'll extend the opposite leg and opposite arm out. Reaching them in opposite directions, lift a little higher. Breathing. And we'll curl elbow to knee in and extend. Curl in and extend. Curl in, extend. And 1 more. Curl in and extend. Good. Reach, reach, reach. Lift a little higher. And then bend that knee and clasp the foot, and we'll get a little stretch in our quadriceps. Breathing. Great. Release that. Extend 1 more time. And then set everything down. Spreading the knees slightly. We're going to sit back into child's pose. Go ahead and stay there in child's pose. From child's pose, we're going to push forward and extend all the way out and down. Bring your hands in alignment with your rib cage. Tops of the feet are down. We'll move into 4 rolling cobras. Inhaling, lifting the chest and head just as far as you can without engaging the hands. And lower down. Inhale up. And exhale, lower down. Inhale up. And lower down. 1 more. You can go ahead and engage the arms. Come a little higher. And exhale down. Great. Go ahead and extend the arms above your head. We're going to lift left leg and right arm, reaching them away from each other. And release that back to the mat. And extend right leg and left arm away from each other. And reach that to the mat. And then we're going to lift everything up. Both arms, both legs. Hold up as high as you can, as long as you can, breathing. One more breath. And release back down. Let your chin come to the side. Rest on your cheek for just a moment. And then we're going to push back up into all fours, tabletop. We'll step forward with our left foot. So you want to align ankle and knee. If you want to use your blocks here for support, they're really helpful. Slide your back leg back and just melt your pelvis towards the earth. Just let it go, warming up our iliopsoas muscle. And if you want to bring your hands to your knee, starting to lengthen the spine, then you can bring your arms all the way up and reach. Pelvis pushes forward and down. Last breath. And sweep the hands back down. Shift your weight back into half splits. We're going to let the foot come up. You can reach for the toes, or you can just keep your hands next to it, or use your blocks for support. Let the head drop towards the knee. Good. Release that. And we're just going to switch it up. So come back to tabletop. I like to reset the spine in between those stretches. So one cat, one cow, and then step forward with the right foot. Align your ankle and your knee. I'm going to turn to the other side so you can see better. Use your blocks if you need to. Extend that leg back. Just let the pelvis drop towards the mat. Breathing into where you feel the sensation. That sensation should never be painful. Don't go beyond your pleasure pain border. You want to stay in the comfort zone. And after you hold it for a few seconds, that sensation should be replaced by pleasantness. Really seeking that energy. Good. Bringing the hands onto the thigh. Starting to grow tall. You can stay here, you can sweep the arms up and reach for the sky. And bring the hands back down. We'll step back into our tabletop. One cat cow to reset the spine. Then tuck the toes. We're going to come into our downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. This is our first downward dog of the day. Really notice where you're starting from. Feel your body. Lift up on the toes and the ball of the foot, and then slowly lower just to your place where you feel the sensation of the stretch. Bring your head between your elbows. Gaze up at your thighs. Breathing, spread the fingers wide. Push them into the earth. One more breath here. Gazing forward. We're going to walk our feet up behind our wrists and just hang here. We'll come into a ragdoll pose, elbows to the crease and pinky fingers to the crease of the elbow. Gently swing side to side, shake the head out. Two more breaths here. Release the hands back to the earth. Bring the hands to the shins into a halfway lift, flattening the back, drawing the shoulder blades towards one another. And then fold forward again, exhaling. Keeping the knees bent, nice and soft knees to protect the low back. We're going to sweep the arms up Big inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Close the eyes for a moment. Just feeling the body. We're going to move through our sun salutations now. Please go at your pace. If it's a little too fast for you, slow down. If you feel you need to rest, child's pose is always there for you. Beginning with a sweeping of the hands up. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, into plank pose, high push-up position. Hold this plank for a moment. Let's build our strength. Shore up your belly. Extend out through the heels and out through the crown of the head. Feet are right, hip width apart. Hands are right under your shoulders. Breathing, 2 more breaths here. And we're going to lower through chaturanga. We're going to drop the knees, protect the back, and then come down, belly, chin, and then turn the flats of the front of your feet down towards the earth as you lift into upward facing dog, looking up slightly. And then again, let the knees drop to the earth, go through tabletop as you move into downward facing dog. You need to fix your stance, widen it, narrow it, whatever it needs. And breathing here. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop up to your hands, forward fold, halfway lift, flat back, and forward fold. Sweep the arms up. Big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once again, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. We're in plank pose. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Lift the knees and thighs if you can. And downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. And look forward. Walk the feet up behind the hands, forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to forward fold. Sweep the arms up. Reach towards the sky. And hands to heart center, Samastahit. Once again, sweep the arms up. And swan dive down. Halfway lift, flat back. Step back, plank pose, high push-up position. Hold for a moment here. Build your strength. Let the knees drop and moving through your chaturanga dandasana. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Nice. Breathing here. I'm going to invite you to lift the left leg, flip it over, open the hip, stack the hips, and circle the knee and foot around. First one direction, then the other. Lift it high, and we're going to pump up 10 times. Good. Knee to nose. And back up, and knee to nose, and back up. And set that foot down,
Pedal out the feet and downward facing dog. And let's lift the right leg, open the hips, stack the hips, circle first one direction, then the other. And then squaring the hips once again, we'll pump the heel up towards the sky. And then bring knee to nose, tiger pose, and reach towards the sky again. And set the foot down, pedal them out. And inhale. And exhale. Looking forward, step. This time feet and toes touch. Forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Back to forward fold. We're going to move into chair pose. So bending the knees as if you're sitting on a stool, lifting the arms. Weight goes to the heels. Toes can lift off the mat if you'd like. Breathing. 2 more breaths. And release, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. And release, forward fold. Moving back into chair once again, bending the knees, lifting the arms, bring the hands together at heart center. And we're gonna twist. Looking over to your left. Bringing out the spine. Coming back to center, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold, release the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and bend the knees again, coming back into chair pose. Bring palms together at heart center and twisting the other direction to your right. You want your hands close to your heart. If you notice them up by your shoulder, try to push them down. Use the leverage of the elbow against the thigh. Focusing in on the breath, focusing in on the sensation. 2 more breaths. Release that into forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. And step into your high plank. Move through your flow. Knees, chest, chin, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. And lifting the right leg up. Knee to nose, tiger. Lift it up. And step it through. High lunge position. Widen your stance as you need to. We're going to do crescent pose. Anjalayasana. Let the pelvis drop and push forward from the sacrum. Let the arms lift towards the sky, elongating the torso. Bring hands to heart center. Once again, we're going to go into a twist, shift the weight forward, and hook the elbow on the leg, and twist. And release that. Reach up towards the sky once again, and sweep the arms down, step back, high plank. Move through your flow. Knees, chest, chin, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathing. Lifting the left leg up. Knee to nose, tiger. Lift it up and step it through. Widen your stance as you need to for stability, and coming up into a high lunge crescent pose, Anjalayasana. Lift, 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 and lower at the same time. Bring hands to heart center. Bend forward slightly, and then hooking your elbow on the thigh, twisting. Breathing. Wringing out those kidneys. Winter is the time for water flow, focusing on our water flow in our body, staying hydrated, keeping moving. One more breath. Good. Release that. Come back up and down. High plank. Knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good. Breathing. Looking forward. Step the feet up. Forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. And forward fold. Sweeping the arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Heel toe those feet together. And reach for the sky once again. This time clasping the hands above the head. Extend your forefinger. And then we're going to push our hips to the right as we bend to the left. Use your bottom hand to just slightly pull on the top hand, creating some length along the side body. Turn your head so it's looking up slightly. Elbows hugging the ears. Breathing. One more breath here. And reach up towards the sky. Reach up towards the sky in the center, and then over to the other side. Push the hip to the left. Hands flow to the right. Use your bottom hand to just slightly pull on the top. Breathing. And reach towards the sky once again. Separate the hands. We're going to come into cactus arms and just start to lean back slightly. Open the heart. Let it shine towards the heavens. And then reach towards the sky again. And coming back into chair pose. And sitting down. Hands to heart center. Sweeping back up. And release chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Flat back. And step back into plank pose. High push-up position. Moving through our flow. Knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good. Inhaling the left leg up. And knee to nose. Inhale up. And sweep it through. This time we're going to come into Warrior One. So set your feet first. Staying in this lunge until your feet are wide enough for stability. Your right toes are at the 45. And we're going to come up into Warrior One. We're squared, our hips are squared towards the front in alignment with our front toes. Sweep the hands behind you, clasp them, draw the shoulders down and back, lift the head.
We're going to come into a humble warrior, folding forward. Lift the hands up, opening that chest. Lifting back up. And have you reset your feet into warrior two. So back foot is now aligned with the back of the mat, and your heel and your arch are in alignment. Separate or widen your stance as far as you need to. You want to keep that knee bent in the front, not the knee stacked above the ankle. Extend the arms out and turn and look over your middle finger. Breathing here. Feel your lower body descending towards the earth, grounding. Feel the tension between your feet, even, centered. Extend out through the arms and out through the crown of the head at the same time. Upper body ascending. Shift forward slightly, turn the palm, and we're gonna go into a peaceful warrior. Good. Reaching up, lengthening the side body. If you want to bring the hand behind the back, you can do so. Good. And release back into warrior two. Moving forward once again into side angle pose. Let the forearm rest on the thigh. Sweep the arm up and over and into extended side angle. Reaching the arm forward. Breathing. Coming back into warrior two. We're going to turn the feet so that they're parallel. If you need to widen the stance or narrow the stance, do whatever you need to do. And bring hands to your waist. We're going to pour forward slowly into a wide leg forward fold. You can slide your hands down your legs, and wherever they feel like that's far enough, stop there. If you get all the way down, I want to grab your toe or the side of your foot and gently pull most of the weight in the ball of the foot. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, soft fist on the mat. Come into a halfway lift, flat back. And then bring hands back to the waist and lift back up. Good. Turning towards the front, we'll come into a crescent warrior. And then sweep the hands down, step back, move through your flow. High plank, knees, chin, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet a little bit. Taking a couple breaths here. Good. And this time lifting the right leg up and knee to nose, tiger. Lift the right leg up again. And stepping through into a high lunge. This time we're going to set up our feet for warrior one. So right foot facing forward, left toes at the diagonal. Get enough width so that you have stability. And come on up into warrior one. Hips are squared towards the front. Nice. Feel your body And it's grounding, lower body descending, upper body ascending. Good. And releasing that, coming back down, reset the legs into Warrior Two. Sleep up, take the length you need. Good. Feel that length, look over your middle finger. And reach forward, turn the palm towards the sky, and exalting our warrior. Reach back, also known as reverse warrior. If you want to bring your hand behind your back into a half bind. Good, coming back to Warrior Two. Reach forward and side angle pose and into extended side angle pose. Reaching, breathing. One more deep breath here. Coming back up into Warrior Two. We're going to parallel the feet once again. This time, clasp the hands behind the back, open the chest, draw the hands down towards the earth. Let the heart open and shine towards the heavens. Draw the belly button in as you start to pour your weight forward. Once again into a forward fold, wide legs, and lifting the hands up towards the sky, opening those shoulders. One more deep breath here. Release the hands, soft fists underneath the shoulders, come into a halfway lift. Turn back towards your right toes into a lunge. Anjalayasana, good. And then hands down, move through your flow. Step back. Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chin, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Looking forward, and the knees, step or hop, feet between hands, halfway lift, flat back, forward fold, and sweep the arms up. Inhale, lift, 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 and exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to move into two balancing poses, so shifting the weight into your left leg, bring the right leg up into tree pose. You can have this below your knee, or you can have it above the knee, wherever feels comfortable for you. You can even kickstand it if you don't have the balance yet. You can hold on to a wall, whatever you need. Find your drishti. That's that point that's not moving. Stare at it. Smile. Find your balance. Feel the crown of your head extend up toward the heavens. If you feel like you've got your stability, you can open your arms and grow your branches towards the sky. And then bring hands back to heart center. Take a breath. Release that foot back down, and let's wiggle out the hips a little bit. Loosen that up, and then shift the weight into the opposite leg and bring the leg up. Tree pose on the other side. Find your drishti, focal point, focus on that. And then if you're ready, you can grow your branches. And bring hands back to heart center. And let the foot jump down. Wiggle those feet out again. In fact, shake them out. We're going to do one more balancing pose. We're going to go into dancer today. So shifting the weight into the left. Bring your right elbow to your hip and hand is out, palm up. You're going to clasp your foot. I guess I should turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Clasp your foot. Now, if you need to hold on to a wall or hold on to something for balance, do that. You're going to extend your arm up towards the sky and find your balance point. Knees are together. And then once you find that, you can start to shift the weight forward. As you pour forward, you kick the foot into your hand and hold this balance place. Equal pushing and lifting. Good. Release, come back up. And let's go to the other side. Shake out the hips. Hands are up and then at heart center. Let this hand drop. Clasp the foot. Reach the other arm up towards the sky. And then start to pour forward, pushing the foot into the hand. And releasing back upward. And release that foot down. Shake it out. Nice. All right, inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Forward fold this time, taking your peace fingers around your big toe. Start to push your elbows out, drawing your chest towards your thighs. Breathing, keep the knees soft so that we don't overstretch our hamstrings. Release the head and neck, nose towards the knees. One more breath here. And release that, halfway lift. Step back into your high plank. We're going to move into a side plank. So if you need to, drop your knee. And we're going to shift up, lifting the arms in opposite directions, lifting the foot off the earth if you can, otherwise leave it there. And then you can bring the upper arm above the head and reach forward so the hand and the foot are reaching in opposite directions. 2 more breaths here. Coming back into plank pose, high push-up position. And we'll move over to the other side. Drop the knee, turn the foot, lift the arm, lift the leg if you want to, and then reach the arm over your head. You want to create a nice arch along the side body. And release that back into plank pose and lower all the way down to your chin is resting on the mat. We're going to do floor bow as well today. So bending the knees, reaching back, clasping the feet, draw the heels towards the gluteals, draw the knees towards one another. They don't need to touch. And exhale everything out. On your inhale, lift everything up, reaching, pushing your feet into your hands. As you breathe, you may start to rock forward and back slightly. Or you can just hold this position steady. 2 more breaths. 1 more big breath. Reach a little higher And exhale, release it. Let the chin turn to the side, cheek on the mat. You want to bend the knees and kind of wobble them back and forth. Release that. Good. We're going to push up into our child's pose. Sit back, reach forward. And coming back into tabletop, all fours. I'm going to curl those toes under. I want you to turn your palms away from you. Start to sit back until you feel a stretch in the base of your toes and a stretch in the wrists. Good. And release that. Go ahead and tap the toes out. We have one more chest opener opening in front of the body today. We're going to move into camel. So you may want to widen your knees a little bit. You may not need to. You may want to curl your toes under so that your heels are closer to reach, or you may want to keep them flat. Whatever's good for you. You're going to bring your hands just to your low back, right above your glutes. And you're going to push your hips forward and start to shift your head back slightly. Opening that chest, opening the front of the body. This may be perfect for you. Just stay here if it is. If you want to add a little more, you can start to reach back towards your heels and clasp your heels. And again, just feel the chest open, whole front of the body, open to the heavens, open to the sun, open to the love all around you. And release that back by bringing the hands back to the hip. And release the toes if they were bent. And then just sitting in hero's pose. Sit back onto your heels. Now, if this is not comfortable, you may need a blanket here. Depends on how your knees are. Or a pillow. Sitting in hero's pose. Just center. Releasing that and coming onto our backs. You may want to place your hands underneath your glutes. We're going to bring both feet up to 90 degrees and just hold this pose. And then bring both feet back down to about an inch above the earth. And then lift again and lower. Lift 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 and lower. Continue. Lift and lower. One more. Lift and lower. And relax down. Good. Hugging your right knee to your chest. Draw it in. Let the toes of both feet face the sky. And release it back to the earth. And bring the left knee in, feet facing up. And release it back to the earth. And hug both knees in. And gently roll side to side. Good. And we're going to bring feet back down. Place your hands on the earth. Lift up into bridge pose. And lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. Good. Hug the knees in once again. And crossing your ankle over your knee, draw them in, figure four, stretching the hips. Release that back down to the earth, and then cross the knee all the way over. And let both knees fall to the left as you extend the arm to the right and look over your right shoulder. Nice spinal twist. Bring the knees back to center, uncross them. We'll cross the opposite ankle over the other knee and draw that in, stretch the glutes. Breathing, you can use your elbow against the thigh to create a little bit more sensation. And let the foot drop and cross the knees. Let both knees fall to the right. And look over your left shoulder as you extend the left arm out. Nice spinal twist. You want to twist both sides evenly. Bring the knees back to center. Uncross them, hug them both in one more last time. And release down into Shavasana. Let the palms towards the sky. Close the eyes. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Take 3 deep breaths. Letting out a cleansing breath on your exhale. Big inhale. Exhale with a sigh or a sound. As you do, let everything melt into the mat. Again, inhale. Exhale. Let it all go. You earned it. Let the body heal itself, all the blood circulating, all that rich oxygenated blood, feeding every cell in the body, lighting it up with health and vitality. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, circle the wrists, circle the ankles, both directions. And once again, hugging those knees into the chest. Go ahead and turn onto your left side and just lay here in a fetal position, head resting on the arm. Taking 3 deep breaths. And pushing yourself up into a seated position. Once again, if you have your meditation pillow, you want to sit on that. And sitting into an easy cross-legged position. We'll finish our practice with some chanting mantra, and we're going to use the mantra Sat Nam today. As we say Sat, you want to pull your belly button in, squeeze your root chakra, tuck your chin slightly, and as you say Nam, you want to just let it all go, release it and let it go. So let the hands turn up. We're going to let the fingers and thumb touch, forefinger and thumb. Close the eyes and go ahead and inhale, Sat. Exhale, Nam. Sat. 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 Sat. Nam. 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 Last one. Sat. Nam. Release it. Breathe easily, breathing normally. Bring the hands to heart center. Deep at the center of my being, there is an infinite well of love. I now allow this love to flow to the surface. It fills my heart, my mind, my body, my very being, and flows out to me, from me, in all directions, and returns to me multifold. The love I use makes me feel good, is an expression of my inner joy. I love myself, therefore I take loving care of my body. We'll end our practice with the long-time sun that shines upon you. All love surround you, the pure light within you. Guide your way on. Sing along with me. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Sat Nam. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you had a good practice. Have a great day. Look forward to seeing you again next class.